Okay, so we've got our lair and we've built some windows and stuff, walls and the deal. So couple things. Um, what you might want to do for your lab is, since you're going to have the assignment is to have a giant animating thing in here somewhere, is build maybe a central area for your lab to work. And there's some examples of this in the on the first page, the introduction to building a layer. But this could this building a central area. I'm not going to do that to cube. I'm going to do a cylinder. Is really just a matter of getting something on the go. A bit more subdivisions, so it's rounder. Bring this way down. It's just like building the widget we did, right? So you want something that kind of looks reminiscent of perhaps something that does something. But it doesn't really have to have any sort of actual functionality to it. Really, you're just building for a look. And so if you get stuck, you're like, I don't know what to do. You can always just kind of freeform like this. And then hopefully, obviously, if you have something in mind for what should be happening, then go with that. But if you don't, maybe try a little of this kind of free-forming stuff where you can make a shape. I'm gonna grab the shape and pull it out, doink, so that I can move around it better without the walls in the way. You know what? Here, we'll just do it like this. Control H, hide those. I can muck with this. Now I want to go in here and start tricking this out a little bit. I can grab edges and do like a bevel on those edges. I can oops. I can do weird extrusions instead of the normal ones we've been doing. If you double click here, sorry, click here, and this comes up, and you turn off keep faces together. Then when I extrude, all these faces are now separate. So I can go in and maybe 50 faces was too many. I can go in and select every other one. and kind of do that sort of stuff to it. So now I have kind of a cog thing going on. You can also just take small sections, like every little bit of detail you do to something adds to the overall. And so free forming kind of like this, allows you to quite rapidly create something that, kind of has the look of something that does stuff. And then, of course, you just throw materials and stuff at it, and it works great. You can also hook other pieces into it. Like, for instance, I could create a pipe or helix or something and drag that into there. Where's that one? It's right here. I can't see it from the top. Ah, there it is. So there's a way of doing pipe, by the way, which I'm not going to teach you right now, but I will. Promise. Oops, come back. Just so pipes and stuff end up looking a lot cooler than you think they would be. And then I like doing stuff like this so that it kind of feels like a fabric, like a rubber pipe or something. And like I said, there's a much better way of doing this, using a spline extrusion and extruding a shape along a spline, and then you can get any kind of pipe you want. You can look that up if you really want to make the pipes that kind of crawl across the floor, or like extension cords and stuff. You can this works pretty well. Do Shift H. Can unhide all. Display, show all. And we just need to take the pipe to the wall, or we could create a piece and then put it on the wall. You can take this piece, duplicate it, scale it way down, make it a little fatter. rotate it 90 this way. Something like that, right? So now we've taken this, our main pedestal, and created a pipe to the wall and use this as a gasket to the wall. Don't, you know, like, and if you were to look at this, you would never know that this little piece on the wall here is this. So reusing geometry is great if you can do it. We can do that again. And then you know, don't even realize that they're the same piece. And then you can create some support geometry for it. Think of things you see every day, like your refrigerator and your electrical panels and all that sort of stuff, where you don't really know what it does, and it has like shapes that do stuff. See, these with like a slightly different texture, you'd never know. They're the same. I've used the same piece like 3 times. And the stupid wall thing here is now these are air vents, and this is a duct, and this is our platform for doing things that's gonna have you can flip them around. You can also reuse the pipe. There's no need to keep creating new geometry for every single little piece of decoration. You're trying to fill this room with interest. Stuff that you would expect to find in a villain's lab. And you know, a slight turn like that on an object like this makes an entirely new object. Or even if you scale it way down and way up. Oh, I copied that. I just moved it. That sucks. Oh, I don't mind that. Oh, don't mind that. Look at that. That has a jaunty edge to it now. Just make sure all this stuff is embedded in the wall where you can't see it. There you go. All right. So the one thing I will show you, let's use this as an example here. Blow this through here. Reduce this down to a single face, set of faces. Is architecture, like the things that work, kind of like technical devices are great, and you can see out of just these two objects we've made like a whole bunch of stuff. Sometimes it's really nice to add giant pieces of architecture, like huge struts and stuff. They add a lot of um, visual interest to your object, and it's nothing more than what I have here. Let's get that. Rotate it -90. And scale it down a little bit. And I can put this here and pretend that it's supporting the roof. So I put one here, put one here. So you can see those now. They're just pieces of architecture. They'd be the same as well, but they add visual interest to the walls. And once again, these can be reused for different things. Bring them down here. And then all of a sudden they're like a workbench or something to hold stuff in. So if you go over here, by the way, create polygon primitives, there's all sorts of other objects. Stars and gears and pipes and pyramids and cylinders. I thought they used to have a pill shape. That's what I was looking for. All right, we'll just do it the hard way. Remember, take a primitive, create the geometry you need using insert edge loops. At a base level, create the geometry you need, and then you can go in and modify it to make your whatever needs. Maybe if I bring these out like this. Be more interesting. Oh, I like that better. There we go. I like that shape. And on and on and on and on. Anyways, there you go. That's decorating your lab with widgets. Widgets and architectural stuff. Good luck.